Hey everybody, I figured I was going to make a follow-up video just on healers because I was talking about it on my word of the day, but healers can come in like any form. Of course we think of it, I'm talking about energetic healers here, spiritual healers, not physical type in our world, which are great as long as they're doing it from a good mindset, of course, not for their pocketbook. But healers come in all forms. A healer can be in a form just to trigger you, just to piss you off, but that pissing off triggers you into a thought process that leads to you healing a trauma. You know, it's not always just a healer that's going to come make your pain go away. And if we really think about it, yes, there are healers. I mean, I've experienced it myself. I've been able to do it to an aspect that, there are physical changes that take place. But uh, what's really taking place, like say I'm interacting with somebody else and I'm sending them this energy, you're facilitating the idea that they can move forward or that they can heal. I mean, the idea is that we can all heal ourselves, but we're too close minded that we're capable of that. So we're, I don't want to use the word triggering, but like initiating a sequence of events. We're helping get to that point. You know, it really comes down to the idea that no one can save anyone. Uh, and I'm not saying that in a negative sense. It is that we need to believe in ourselves, we need to empower ourselves, and we need to do it ourselves because what good would it do if everything was just handed to us, if we didn't have to do the work, you know? And I'm not saying it in a negative sense. I'm really not trying to go down that road. I'm trying to talk about it's self-empowerment. It is self-understanding and establishing, that essence that is within us to produce the life that we want, heal the trauma that we desire to understand it, understand it, and move forward in life. So anyway, yes, they're the healers. You could just walk by a random person on the street and they trigger you, and I don't know, hours later, minutes later, a day later, you remember that situation, and at that time you're not as emotionally connected to it anymore, and then your mindset changed, and it just kind of completely fell into place. Now you're seeing it differently, and it triggered you into a healing of some sort, whether large or small. And then, of course, we have physical, uh, energetically transferring energy. I just felt it come out of my hands right now. It was pretty cool. Maybe you're getting some healing right now. Who knows? But, uh, you know, I do believe that I want to. I did. I always did believe that everybody can do that, and now I'm starting to think maybe not everybody can. Uh, and it might just come down to their mindset. I, I mean, I've listened to a lot of different people talk about it, and you know, I'm starting to feel weird right now saying it, but I just don't think everybody can, and maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know. Anyway, uh, just wanted to touch that it's not just all the love and light aspect, like, oh, you're a healer, you're gonna fix me and make it all go away. No, it's healing isn't easy. It's not fun. That's why everybody loves all the spiritual stuff that's like super positive and bypassing the emotions that are negative. It is it's difficult, but going through that darkness, which you have to go through darkness, to find light. But so going through that in the end, you get there, but you have to be determined. And you don't even know what's on the other side. You don't know what you're going to get. Is it even worth it halfway through? It's just easier to go back to the life you once knew. You know, it's not an easy walk, but it's a choice. And like I said, you don't know what's there. You got an idea, but when you grasp that idea, it's not going to work out very well because you're not supposed to be uh, holding on to the outcome, because if it doesn't come that way, then you'll think you're never there. You know, release the idea of the outcome, but you know where you want to go, and keep on plugging away. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.